CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens. CPT, where we be. 4 p.m. till 5 every week. Ekse, 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 Ekse live. CTV family. Catch us live on your TV screens. CPT, where we be. 4 p.m. till 5 every week. Ekse, 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 Ekse. It's Ekse live.
Woo! Well, it's that time again where we get to entertain you for the next hour between 4 and 5 p.m. Ekse is the show to catch in with us in the building. Your Monday is not so black, not so blue. It's absolutely bright. This is Ekse right here on Cape Town TV, the best entertainment show in the land. Inkqubo yakho, inkqubo yami, inkqubo yethu sonke mntasekhaya. Igama lami nguSinalo Butfliki Jonathan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh yes, it is a Monday, it's a brand new week. We are excited, we are happy to be in your lounges, on your couches, wherever we are, okay? Elami gama nguthokozile Gazi, popularly known as TK, and as Usnala mentioned, we have an amazing lineup just for you, so make sure that your eyes are glued to the screens because it's about to be an exciting, bright Monday, okay?
I love how you say it's going to be an exciting, bright Monday.
You
because
know,
everything that we have on the show is absolutely bright and, of course, and incredible. If you want to become part of the show, be sure to join us right now on social media. Be part of the conversation. Ekse_live on Twitter and, of course, on Facebook. Ekse Live. Call us 021-440-448 should you want to become part of the show. Send us an email ekse@capetowntv.org. Coming up on the show, we've got Brian, who is a musician. He will, of course, performing later on the show. So if you want to see all of that, be sure to stick around.
definitely, and it's not just music that is on the show today. We're also joined by African Youth Ignited, which is fourth industrial revolution. So we're talking all things coding, we're talking all things robotics. You know, mosukuthi siphila life, wama technology and everything like that. So if you want to know more about robotics, if you want to know more about coding, robots, everything, make sure that you keep it locked right here on Ekse, right here on channel 263. Head on over to those social media platforms that and partake in the show. Do the right thing. We've also got some trending news that are coming your way because you know we always know what's happening in and around the country.
Let's check out some trending news. Take a look at what's happening in and around Mzansi, where we take a look at what you guys are currently talking about on those social media streets, and we call this part of the show What's Trending. I must say, TK, as a country, this is a very sad time, especially to kick off the week with such heavy news. Some of you might be aware that homophobic attacks have been happening across Mzansi, and the latest one happened Saturday night when a 22-year-old Ulonwabo Jack actually celebrated his birthday Saturday night, and then he was raped and murdered in Nyanga East in Mau Mau. He celebrated his birthday in Ngomgqibelo only to find his body dead and raped the next day, Sunday morning. Ulonwabo was actually trending throughout social media, Twitter, people saying this needs to end. And apparently, Namhlanje, there is a protest that is happening across the country to actually deal with homophobia attacks that have been happening across the country. We are saying enough is enough. And to family about Jack, we are saying condolences.
Oh man, that is so sad. But moving on to more sad news. As you guys all know, yesterday a fire broke out in Table Mountain, and this morning it was trending on Twitter that a lot of firemen were telling people to evacuate their houses, you know, and UCT was one of the universities that was affected by this fire that took place. But as we all know, a lot of people were thinking it's because of the heat that happened yesterday. But to your surprise, the city of Cape Town actually have somebody in custody, and that person is now arrested and accused of starting the fire. So this person that started the fire, you see what you caused. But anyway,
the whole city to the fire.
Yeah, but to the UCT students who really need places to stay now, be cautious, be vigilant, and don't just accept anything that comes your way. But moving on, remember at the start of the show, we told you that we have some exciting
You
bright
sound very
things
excited
that are
about this
happening.
one.
So yes, we are about to get into some robotics. What is robotics? If you do know, head on over to our social media and tell us. But we are joined by somebody who actually does know what robotics are. Ethan is standing by. Ethan, how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to the show. Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yes, it's your first time on TV.
Yeah.
Right. But we talk about something really exciting, which is robotics. Let's tell us more what robotics are.
Robotics is a combination of science, engineering, and technology.
Yeah.
So basically, these three, you combine them to make a machine called a robot who help to mimic and repeat a human's actions.
Okay, okay. And you've got a baby over there, so
Yeah.
tell us, what's his name? What's happening over there?
This is the Ev3 Robot, it's the Ev3 Robot that I made myself with my team members, who's Adil and Jadil,
Okay.
back at the library in town. And yeah.
And you are part, of course, Ethan, guys, is part of the African Youth Ignited company. So how has it been being part of the African Youth Ignited?
It's very fun. I've been going there for like the past 4 or 5 weeks, and every time I've gone, we've had such a fun time. We'd be coding, and then we'd be building robots. It's so fun.
Speaking of coding, like what is your favorite? Or if you were to say, Ethan, choose between coding and robotics, which one would you go for?
Personally, I would choose robotics because I'd rather be building the robot than coding it.
Okay, okay. And do you mind telling us a bit of the difference between coding and robotics?
Yeah.
Cool.
So robotics is basically where you're actually building it. You're getting the pieces and you're putting together the robot to actually make it.
Which is what you did over there.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
what I did.
Yeah.
And coding is what my friend Jadil does.
Okay.
He gets a laptop. We plug a cable into the robot and then into the laptop, and
Okay.
he codes it and then downloads all the information onto the brick. And then yeah.
Oh, amazing. And I know you do have a demonstration that you want to show
Yes.
us. So just take us through it.
'Kay.
And as it's happening, you can just tell us what is happening.
As I was saying, this is the EV3.
Yeah.
It has 2 wheels, 2 motors, and then the brick. So yeah.
Cool. And to think that you did this all on your own, how does that make you feel?
I feel really happy.
Right? I wish I could do it. Okay, so this one is moving forward and
And then back.
backwards.
So it's basically going to drop something off and then it's coming back.
Oh, amazing. Would it be possible for it to turn to the right or to the left?
Yes, it can do that, but in order to do that, we will need to plug a laptop in and then we have to recode it.
Okay, okay. So if you wanted to turn to the right, then you plug a laptop, you
Yeah.
code it, and if you wanted to turn to the left, you do the same thing. Amazing. So what are some of the skills that you've learned being in part of African Youth Ignited?
I've learned a lot of things. Like I've obviously learned how to build the robots and how to
Yeah.
code the robots. But one of the most important things I've learned is teamwork. Because if
Okay.
you can't cooperate with your team properly, you won't achieve anything.
Absolutely. And going on forward, you say you've been part of them for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, in the future, you know, as you grow within the company or the organization, what are you looking forward to mostly?
Well, personally, I'm looking forward to one day working with a big group of people and to try build something that would have only been able to be built in about 100 years' time.
Amazing, man, amazing. Kids watching us at home today, they're like, Ethan, you like the man, you're the boss, you know, but I don't think I could do that. What are they missing out on?
They're missing out on quite a lot. This is very fun to build this, especially how you get team members. Like my friends Jadil and Adil, it's very fun to work with them. While we're working, but we're also having fun while doing it. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. So we all know, you know, we're living in the 4th Industrial Revolution. So would you say you can build something that wouldn't need my hands specifically? And if so, what would you build that I, as a human being, wouldn't be needed?
Well, yeah, I probably could. Like, I could build a robot that can put stuff on and then it can go drop something off and then return.
Amazing. amazing. That's like a job taken away from somebody. But anyway, it's really cool. It's really amazing, man. I wish you all of the best, and I can't wait to see you build more robots and everything like that. It's really exciting stuff that you're doing. That was Ethan, guys, telling us more about robotics and coding. But also we've got Usnalo standing by with another member of African Youth Ignited, and he'll be telling us more about robotics and coding. So keep it locked. Head on over to our social media platforms, Ekse Live on Facebook, Ekse_Live on Twitter and on Instagram. Right now, let's head on over to Usnalo. What's happening, Snalo?
I must say that looks incredible with Ethan in the building, of course, with Ethan just alive on Mother Earth. I must say our future as Africans is absolutely bright. That is absolutely amazing. And to see young people, especially kids and teenagers, being very interested when it comes to science, technology and engineering, I'm absolutely loving it. And Robert, now tell us more about the work that they do with kids and how can you become part of African Youth Ignited is, of course, Natasha. Natasha, welcome to Ekse.
Thank you.
It's an honor having you. Let's talk about Natasha. What is your role within African Youth Ignited?
So I am 20 years old and I am the manager at African Youth Ignited.
She's 20. She's doing science. She's a manager already. What else? What else? Let's talk about the work that you do. What does African Youth Ignited really do?
So African Youth Ignited is a non-profit organization mainly based in Cape Town. So we offer robotics and coding to children between the ages of 7 to 16 years old. We mainly focus on public schools and under-resourced schools, as we believe that intelligence is inborn in every child, and despite of where they come from, that's why we mainly focus on public schools.
Yeah, my colleague touched on the difference between coding and robotics. Is there a difference, and if there is, what is the difference?
The main thing that can say is a difference is that coding requires more of it's basically the brain, because coding tells the robot what to do, and robotics is basically building the actual robot.
Yeah.
And then robotics is telling, after it's been built, coding is telling the robot what to do.
Yeah, so is it possible to learn the two skills at the same time, learning how to build the robot and at the same time learning how to control it?
Yes, that is very possible. As Ethan said, he prefers robotics. So other members can also code, but you can still do both of them at the same time.
Well, this sounds really interesting. Why do you think it's very important to teach kids about the world of robotics and, of course, coding, especially in the 21st century?
That it's very important as kids, when they're younger. I feel like, when they're younger, the more we teach them about technology and the more we teach them about all of this, because a lot of people would mainly think this is more of just a learning experience, as this could be a fun thing where you could, play, where, you have fun. As, Ethan said, he does have fun. So it's very important to teach these kids these things, because, as children, we...
Yeah, no, continue.
It's okay. So, like I said, it's very important to just teach them on, how to build robots. As with South Africa today, we face a challenge of unemployment, and many jobs are replacing human effort with machines or robots. So it's also very important to start teaching them at a very young age.
And this is a very incredible skill that no one can literally take away from you. I mean, like we live in the fourth industrial revolution where everything's about technology, engineering and science. So to learn that at a very young age, I feel like it's very important. If there's a kid out there who would love to join African Youth Ignited, they're still young, they're in primary school or high school, how do they go about contacting you guys in those social media streets?
So parents or the head of departments at schools, or children as well, can reach us at our website, which is www.africayouthignited.org.
Yeah, as a young 20-year-old who's into the world of technology, coding, science, what is it about joining African Youth Ignited and working there do you enjoy the most?
I think for me as an information system student, just working with technology, just the fact that I have that opportunity to teach more people on introducing them to the world of digitalization.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mainly just enjoy about it, just teaching the kids and seeing that a lot of kids are very interested in joining the world of
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah. So how, because I know school, kids go to school during the week. How do you guys work with kids, especially during COVID-19? How do things work? Let's say on a day that you decide to have something for these kids.
So during the COVID or the lockdown era, so we usually did virtually. We
Okay.
would connect via Zoom and then divide the kids into break rooms so that they can work in their teams. And then as of now, we work at the American Corner in Cape Town
Okay.
every Saturday it's just about an hour, and we charge as minimum as about 190.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I just show up, or do I need to book?
You do need to book.
Yeah.
As I said, on our website,
Yeah.
there is a registration platform where you can register. We also have our socials on there, so you can contact us from there as well.
Well, that is, of course, Natasha, all the way from African Youth Ignited. She's the manager there. If you have a kid that is interested in this, or you are part of a school that you'd like to see kids doing technology, science, and, of course, coding, robotics, all of that, be sure to head on their website right now and contact them. We're going to take a quick breather. When we return, we have Jaden and, of course, Emma in the building. Ngaindawo.
CTV family.